Hi, my fabulous friends. Welcome to Just Fabulous Lunchtime Live. Let's see what time it is. Oh, I'm 1 minute early today. Yay. It has been a fabulously wonky day. Yes, it has. Poor Marley, he's right here on the floor next to me saying he did not get all his attention that he needed today. Poor baby, he's so spoiled. But I have a project set up behind me that I'm going to do during this live. It has been a wild morning. I left the house to do one thing, and then the next thing I knew, my hair's kind of falling up everywhere. The next thing I knew, I'm getting phone calls from my daughter saying the car wasn't carring, and what do we do? Good thing is it was an easy and relatively inexpensive fix. It just needed a new battery. So that is always good times. Good times. And yeah, just lots of positive things happening today. I am so thankful that if something is going to break, it happens to break down when they're here, because even though they are young adults and are navigating the world fine and could fix their own car, I like to know, I don't know, I still gotta mom it. So I'm glad about that. But where I was actually getting some bug spray for my daughter for around the exterior of her house. She's having in this new little bungalow she moved in. I don't think it was like treated for a while. You just have to stay up on that kind of thing, or you will get your ants that decide to live with you. And it takes a bit to get rid of those ants that are living with us. But the other thing is her backyard and all, it looks like the most deliciously gorgeous fairy garden. It has trees all around the outside, and it's just a small little garden out there, and it canopies the whole backyard. And then the perimeter under the trees is all the English ivy that's growing up, and then right in the center she'll have like a weedy kind of grass, but it just with this huge canopy coming over, it just is, it just reminds me of a fairy garden. I just go back there and it's a fairy garden. The downside to having this beautiful canopy of trees and this underbush growth of the English ivy all over, where it's oh so romantic, is, you guessed it, the mosquitoes are horrible, horrendous, because there's no sun. So underneath of that English ivy, it's staying damp and wet and dank, and there's mold that's growing, and it's just ripe for mosquitoes. And a mosquito or a bug is going to find a way into your house no matter what you try to do. So I told her I would make her bug spray. We keep bug spray by our back door. So let's get to it. Let's make some bug spray. I didn't have all of the ingredients I usually really like, so kind of mixed it up a little bit. But let me pull. I've been running today, so my phone, I didn't even realize needed a charge. So what we're going to do is get our table ready right here so we can see what we're doing, and I will set it up. I just went and got a spray bottle. Yes, I have my oils. I actually didn't have all of the oils I wanted, so I got a little more. And I always use a distilled water because we don't need to use it all at one time. So let me pull up my handy dandy chair right here. And let me adjust this just a tad. We bring it up just a little bit higher. Like I literally have it stretching all the way on the floor. So here we are. We're just going to mix and match for mosquitoes and keeping mosquitoes away. Oh, I have a huge, I just looked down at a spot I have from cut the grass and it was itching, but it's all not looking very good. So, you could get your spray bottle, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, any place you want. I happen to be at Lowe's getting a perimeter spray for other bugs, ants specifically. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take my top off. I did not have clove oil, and I'm out of lavender oil. So in my distilled water, I ground up my cloves and lavender. So it will be fine. It's not gonna go bad. It's in distilled water. I'm just gonna use the oils. We will go ahead and add this in. All right. So this one I wouldn't necessarily, because it has the color, it wasn't an extracted oil, it has the color of the clove in it, which means it would dye and color clothing possibly. It'd be fine on jeans or something, but it could leave a stain on other stuff. So I have my clove and lavender mix right there. And then the next one is tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is another great bug repellent. We're gonna add that in. Add it until I can smell it. Whether it's 20, 30, 40 drops, I don't know. The only difference, well, one of the things you have to watch with the homemade bug sprays or bug repellents is that you have to reapply more often than you would a commercial grade. So I have my tea tree oil, my clove, and my lavender. I also have lemon eucalyptus I could add. However, truthfully, that's enough of a smell, and I want it to be able to be usable. So we are going to put it right here. Cloves, rosemary is also a great one for a tick repellent. Once again, if you put that in an oil and have use your oil, and you use a carrier oil such as olive oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower seed oil, anything, you can add your essential oils to that. And if you're going out into the woods or something, rosemary is great to keep ticks off. I also will spray it on the dogs. It's great. So there you go. We just get it ready to go, and this is going to be great for her to spray around an area if she's not comfortable spraying it on herself, or she can, but just because it has the darker color, I don't recommend that she sprays on herself as readily as we do the one by the back door. So let me show you what the one without the boiled tea. So here's the one I keep on my back door at all times. It is just the lavender and the clove, the tea tree oil mixed up. And we just shake it before we apply it. Because it is a clear color, you can just spray, you know, and then poof, there you go. And this has more of a lavender base. The tea tree oil has a little bit stronger, and you have to reapply this. Like I said, I didn't have the clove oil, and I wanted to use the clove, and I was out of lavender as well. But she's saying in her bathroom there is a breach of she's having a breach. So anytime she goes in there to shower or something, there are mosquitoes in this bathroom and she doesn't know how. So I had recommended, let me make this, and you can spray around your shower area before you go in that bathroom, and with treating the outside, and then you shouldn't get eaten up while you're trying to get dressed. So because this was the boiled and not an oil, we have the coloration. So there we go. I have made her parts and pieces. I think I'm going to go ahead and give her spray, this bottle as well, because that's what mamas do. And this is the one for her perimeter. And I'll also send her back with some citronella little tea lights that she can light in the bathroom or in the area that she feels like is very mosquito-y. And that's just one of those things when you're living in a home that was built her house was built in 1912. There are some openings that bugs and mosquitoes are going to find their way in, and damp areas. So that's how I do my organic and healthy mosquito spray, bug spray. There it is, right there. Like I said, but you do have to reapply, and that is the downside. Woo. When I was cutting the grass, I had long pants on, but I did not, I don't even know, this might have been from just today. I got nailed by some mosquitoes, and ooh, I got a spot. Look at that spot on my leg. See that right there? It's itching. I need some Neosporin on it, actually. So that's where we are. And now the next project of the day, let me put these with her things. And I did get her the perimeter spray, the outdoor fogger. It's just that bad. So as we're spraying and can use daily and continuously on ourselves and on our area, we also need the foggers and sprayers, and that I vote for outside stuff. So put those by the door. When she goes back to her house, she will be ready. The next project of the day is, we never sewed the patch on from yesterday, and daggone it, we're gonna do it today. It's kind of at an awkward position because it is inside a sleeve. So I do find, I have it's really just a block of wood, but it's good when you're tailoring or you're using wood and you're beating down fabric. But I also like to use it because I can put it right under, so as I'm sewing, especially a thick patch, it's going to keep me from sewing the other side. It's just less awkward to me than holding it, or it used to be. Now I haven't sewed on a patch. My husband's been retired from the military for a while, so let's see how it goes with this. Alright, I am going to go with the needle. I think the saddest thing, though, with the whole age deal is I really, really, really liked a microscopic hand sewing needle. Oh yeah, I have no shame. If I need my magnifying glass, that is what we're going to use. Has anybody had really good luck with the needle threaders? Like, I really like a teeny small, I have to look at the number, needle. And I'm almost find that the threader, the self-threading needles are even too hard to get through that. I don't know. So, I don't know if you can see that size. That's kind of the size I like. But I even have a smaller one that I love because it's just so perfect. And before I hurt my hands and all, I was really into hand sewing, and I Lord, I got one eye closed looking through the big magnifying glass today. Hey, how are we gonna do it? Go on in, little boy, go on in. Come on, baby. Come on, come to mama. All right, this is the worst part of it all. Now with this patch, it is not going to take a lot of weight or, so I'm only going to do, oh, I missed it. Like, this is literally the most frustrating part of it, the whole deal, is getting this needle threaded. I need some senior secrets. How are we doing this now? So I have the super duper magnifier, but I am not getting it. How long is it going to take to thread this needle? Let's take a poll. So I have to close one eye so I can see it, because if I try to look through both, I can't. And I gotta push it right on through. I'm just not getting it to go through. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I've split the ends a little bit. Let me recut it. There we go. I'm going to just glue the patch on, but you might want to change it at some point. That's all it was. Alright, so that one's not working today. We're going to go to a larger one, because yeah, I am not going to get frustrated. It has been just like the weirdest, wildest day, so we're going to go with what we're going to go with, and we're just going to keep rolling. And if I need a larger needle that's a little bit less sharp, then I'll get my pliers out and we'll get it done, right? That was a little upsetting. However, what you're gonna do, I'm gonna start at the top and work my way around. Quick whip stitch it is. And this is not gonna be enough to go around, but it'll get us started. So how funny is that? Like, I can't see to sew anymore. I actually need to clean my magnifying glass. That has been like the hardest thing. And then I guess what concerns me the most is, even though I've started taking the vitamins, kind of sort of, they made me really sick for my eyes, I do know that the macular degeneration does run in the family very strong. And I have the bifocals, but I found that they were horrible. I could not really function with them. This is just dirty. It's been from my face hitting it too much. And I definitely feel like through the magnifying glass, it's a lot easier. I don't know. What do you guys do? How are we doing this? Come on, I need some old lady tips. I need the tips. I need the tips. Alright, next I need a cloth. Well, Marley's saying what's going on. Marley said what's going on. Yep, so it's a good day around here. We got the car repaired, and we got birthday wishes and birthday prayers have come true, which always makes the day even more enjoyable. Yeah, yeah, I just really have spent a lot of time, like, yeah. So anyway, let's get this whipped on, right? I think why they're saying like my eyes are wonky with the maybe the degeneration part is because I literally cannot see if I don't have enough light. That being said, I'm gonna have to turn light on right now. This is definitely 1,000,000,000% not the needle I need to do this. It's not sharp enough. So, what are we going to do about that, my friends? What are we going to do about that? I do like this magnifying glass. It does have a neat light on it, but right now I'm not turning it on. I am just trying to pick up the just trying to pick up thread or two on the patch itself, just to whip it around real quick. Doesn't have to be perfect, and it won't be. Might even, oh shoot, I just stabbed myself in the hand. I have changed ideas already for how to get this down. It's going to be easier if I come up and down, up and down. So that's what we shall do. I'm going to come up through the fabric and down. And I think that's going to be perfect. I can just get a better line on it. I have not learned yet to sew with my magnifying glasses, so it's definitely different. But this is looking like it's working the best right now. I 100% want this corner nice and tight with a stitch in it. Sew in. The good thing about today too, even though it was not the day I had planned, definitely got to get outside, so I got my outside time in. That is always a bonus. I love standing out in the humidity. It's kind of like a nice, I don't know, it's like a bath. It's like a sauna out there. And I don't mind that. Good news is with this patch it's black on black, so I am just kind of funking around with it. Just doing funky things, getting it down. It's not gonna have to worry too much. I think now though, because in this country everything has gotten to be so inexpensive, or was so inexpensive, that we really did become like clothes and accessories and all became disposable. Just a disposable commodity, because for $5 more, we can change this, we can change that. And the art of mending and maintaining and having quality items has definitely gone out of vogue. But I suspect with all the inflation and change and all, if something's going to cost me $45, I'm going to want more quality than I did at 100, and then I'm going to also work to maintain the product that I got. I am definitely learning in life that if you buy cheap, you get cheap stuff. If you buy expensive, you get like really expensive stuff that has a better long-term wear and tear. And right now for me, I am a 100% middle of the grounder. When I have to do things, I just have to go with the middle a lot. So that is where it is for me. I'm getting to a point where I'm going to need to put a new piece of thread on already. But that's okay. That is okay. It is. Actually, I'm surprised it is going up and down through this as easy as it is. I'm really happy about that. I'm getting a glare, and sometimes I think I have too much glasses, and then it makes things even harder to see. But, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah, I think this is making it harder for me. I can kind of line it up just fine. And it doesn't have to be too tight, so I'm gonna pop this one down right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and change. Yeah, I gotta change that needle. We lost Marley. Marley decided I was being boring today, so he has gone on to the other room. Marley, he's so funny. He's such a jerk, but he's our jerk, you know. We have that one animal that's just, ugh. So that's what it is. Oh, and I have decided for my nightly news, I'm definitely doing the 1925, because we're in 2025, so 1925 readings of the newspaper. They're better quality newspapers. They're a little bit longer, and they'll definitely make it a lot easier to read. So there, that is what we shall do. It's been so crazy today. Like, I literally stepped out the house to just run a quick errand, and then got sidetracked. That I'm ready for breakfast or lunch or something. I'm ready for a meal. I'm starting to get hungry, but I made bowls last night. Like, I made all the stuff to make big bowls with rice and salad, lettuce and beans and corn and da. So, after I finish this, I can go get a big, I love bowls, big bowl of stuff. Alright, I know and you know and we all know I just made that thread too long, but hey, it's there now. We will work with what we got, that's for sure. I'm going to go ahead and bring it right through here. Bring it on up right there. Oh yeah, that's a nice, humongous, long piece of thread. We'll be rolling right through this. Yes we will. So I think what's bringing me the most joy right now in life is that watching my children transition from youth to adult and being very successful at what they're trying to do, the successes. I am so thankful. You know, we work so hard on what we're trying to work on, and it's just nice to have successes to celebrate. Even if to a lot of people they're not a big success, for us it's you know, a milestone moment, a great feeling. A career path has been worked on, and that is just feels good. It feels good. So tonight we're doing a family fun night. We are going to sit and enjoy each other over pizza and a movie. I actually might not do a reading. Well, yeah, I'm going to do a reading. But that is the time we have chosen to really spend together to celebrate each other and to celebrate my young son as he turns 20. It's crazy. That's crazy to think I had kids so late in life. That I have a 20-year-old. I'm telling you. I'm just like, it'd be my grandson. But I am definitely, that was definitely a grand choice for us and our family to do that. It added a lot more understanding, a lot more, life is so hard, and I wasn't ready to parent when I was younger. I was barely able to do it when I was older. So it is definitely turned into a great celebration around here, a celebration of just being together, a celebration of achievements, a celebration of how far each and all of us has come. I had to go with my daughter today to buy a new battery for the car, and even going into the store and having her be able to do all that. I mean, it racks your nerves, and it's nerve-wracking when something happens with the vehicle and you're like, what is going on? But to be able to do that, and then we were watching the person put the new battery in, and I'm like, oh my gosh. One, I don't have the tools to do that, and two, I'm not even sure I have the strength in my hands to be able to get stuff done. It definitely would have stressed me out and made it horrible. Thank goodness there was somebody there, the store that puts the batteries in. Said, my daughter is so funny. She says, yeah, you would have lost your cool and then had a fit and then pouted for 3 days. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, was that my MO? And it's like, it's just funny. She was like, yeah, that's your MO. I'm like, oh, thank goodness that's not the MO now, right? So it was wonderful to be able to have that moment, and have that moment for both of us to say, oh wow, we're both doing things different now. I'm not letting the small stresses, all right, that's not true. I'm handling the small stresses in life slightly better, and so are they. And that's, like I said, it's just sometimes you just need to pause in life and celebrate it all. Celebrate that moment. Celebrate the moment, because it is a very special moment that we will never have again. Yeah, that's where I'm going with that one. Ooh, Lord, look at this. See what happens when your string is too big? Then you have too much string underneath, and it's not pulling through like it should without getting knotty. Good thing it was a very expensive thread. That definitely helps it glide and slide better. But I stitched tighter on one side and now I'm tacking on the other. That's okay. It's almost done, and then it will be ready for my son to use. And I'm glad I got it done to celebrate being able to do it still, truthfully. And honestly, this project has been sitting here for I think a week, so, or maybe 2. No, I think a week. So it's not like I jumped right up and got right to it. It has been some meditation on it. Oh, so I was saying tonight's paper. So I was trying to do the nightly news, and I love reading the old papers, the old etiquette. I love old books, like old etiquette books, old manuals, old stuff like that. And so the one I picked for last night, it was so difficult to read, just because of the print itself and then how it was translated into text. It was horrible. So I have looked at the 1925 papers, and even we're going to go with 1925. We'll use today's date and 1925, and definitely doing it Monday or Sunday through Thursday, and we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to do it nightly, and we'll see how that all works out, and hopefully it will. So I hate when I get to the end of a project and I finally get my rhythm down from the stitch I was trying to work on, I was like, oh man, we're finally finished, and now I got my right and left hand working great together, and I'm ready to keep going. The thread has gotten short enough that I can actually work with it. Oh man, and now here we are at the end. But that's okay. That's good to be at the end, right? Yes, it is. Come on out of the bush and feel free to say hi. Or if I've missed your comment, I should apologize. I'm looking down while we stitch today. And hopefully next week when I'm at Mom's for a couple days, it looks like we're back to a plan A. I think we've gone to a plan C, but now we're back to plan A. I'm going to go up, be there for a couple days, then I'll head over back to North Carolina, but towards the mountains where my daughter resides, and I'll spend a couple days cooking with her, and we can maybe do some cooking live there, and then pick up my son, because I think that's where he's going to be, and then drive home. And yeah, I think we're back to plan A, which was good. I was really kind of stressing this morning and feeling discombobulated about the plans. I've always had a vehicle. I've always, my whole life, had a vehicle that I could jump in the car and drive anywhere in the country and know I could get there. And now I don't. And so when I'm planning or wanting to do something like jump and go, but I didn't want to stay, and getting somebody coordinated to drive me up and drop me off, and it's definitely taking a shift for me. The good news is I do have a car I can get around town in, and yeah, the good news is it's not throwing me into a panic or a meltdown. I've always needed to know, how to get away car. So I'm really, really proud that now that's kind of shifted and changed. Oh, right, I got his shirt finished. Let me let him know. And that's it. So what did everybody have planned for this weekend? They said we are doing celebrating tonight. And we're going to do some more celebrating this weekend. I know we're celebrating tonight. I don't know what the young adults' plans are for the shift through next week. We will find out. Yeah. It's weird when you're trying to coordinate stuff between 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, as opposed to one person deciding, hey, this is what we're doing now. Let's go do it. It really takes a lot more coordination, and I am a planner. I'm a big planner. So I prefer to have everything planned out a month in advance. Now, I can be in a trip and have things come up and change, and I can kind of sort of roll with the flow, maybe a little bit after I have a moment of adjusting. But to literally have to say, I'm okay, we'll figure it out, is extraordinarily challenging and hard. And I know it's all going to work out. We have plan A, B, and C, but it's definitely hard to not impose my will on everybody else and say, okay, this is how it's going to be, when it might not be that way. We're dealing with other people and other people's adult lives that have schedules and things to do. So it's been a very interesting week. Matter of fact, last night my husband was like, oh, what are you thinking about this? I'm like, I don't even know yet. I don't even know. I guess it all depends on this, and this. But if this happens, I'll stay this long. If this happens, you're driving me up and driving home to drop me off, or maybe I could ask somebody to meet us halfway. I don't know. So we got through it. We're in a different place now. Wow. This right on my leg really looks bad, and it really itches. But I don't think that was I think that was from today. No matter what you do going outside, those mosquitoes will eat you alive, won't they? If you don't have on your sprays. So yeah. that's about all I got for today. And with that being said, I appreciate you all for being here. I will be back tonight at 6 to do just at least an hour reading of the newspaper. I'm going to definitely work to make that a habitual habit that will be good and help grow. Yeah. So in the meantime, I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend. Hopefully we'll see each other Monday. I'm not making promises. I will be at my mom's, so we'll see what the week brings. And until we meet again, please, please, please have a fabulous day and enjoy whatever you're doing right now in life. I will talk to you later. I'll see you tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the 1925 edition of some newspaper. We're going to find out what was going on in the just fabulous news we missed. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.